My name is Tarnutzer. I graduated Sauk High School in 2006. I then went to MATC for a semester, found that that wasn't quite for me, and then I started cosmetology school and graduated a year later. I did hair on and off then for 10 years, and then decided I'm going to stay home with my girls. I was fortunate enough to be able to do that, and so now that they are back in school, I am here creating different hobbies. I have always loved art class. Since grade school, I thought it was the greatest thing, working on the clay wheels and, pretending like I could draw. And so art has always played a big role in my life. Art and music, those are my two primary things in high school. I started creating in 2008 with like paper art, doing scrapbooking and cards and things like that. And I opened my Etsy shop doing those items. And then it kind of morphed into knitting and fiber art when I went to a craft fair and I saw a piece and I was like, oh, can I make something like that? So I YouTubed some stuff. And then it kind of morphed into quilting and sewing, and creating bags after a trip to a fabric store, and I fell in love with all of the colors and patterns. Mrs. Guger in middle school, she was great, and it was her creativity and her passion that really kind of got me into loving art more. Mrs. Campbell in elementary school, and I always loved the way they dressed, and they're free spirits, and their creativity like shine through in their everyday life. And I was like, ooh, that's fun. There's definitely lots of performance memories with show choir and things, and performing at weddings after high school, and church choir now. Like those are all fun memories. Of course, you can't argue with standing on the Grand Ole Opry stage with all of the people that have performed there. That's a really profound moment. Like, wow, that's cool. But I have a brother who lives in Washington, D.C., and we've gone to, the Smithsonian while visiting him, and seeing all of the different pieces of art and things that you recognize from a movie, or, a famous piece of artwork that we've seen in New York. We went to the Guggenheim in September, and it makes a lot more sense now as an adult. Like, you can really appreciate these things that you learned about in school, or, things that you never thought you'd be able to travel and go see. And it's like, wow, that's amazing. The art and music program impacted my life greatly, from creating lifelong friendships that I have to this day, where I can, not see someone for a few years and pick up, and it's like we never stop chatting, to being able to feel comfortable to create and explore things in fabric and fiber, and things that I never would have imagined being able to create. So I'm very thankful to live in a town that supports art and music the way that it does. I think learning different quilting techniques, working with different materials. There's so many different things that I feel like I've only scratched the surface in so many areas. I would love to get into long arm quilting. I think that would be fantastic, but just kind of expanding and figuring out different patterns, maybe creating patterns someday. I think that would be a really fun outlet too. Success today looks like raising my 2 kids. I am very proud to be their mom, and I'm thrilled to be where I am. And, you know, success was also seeing my pieces hang in the River Arts Center. I was so honored when Mandy asked if that would be something I would be interested in. So to see that and be able to share my little basement creations with people was really something that was exciting for me. And I was truly, truly honored by that.